stage. My name's Joe Casey. I'm the business manager for the electricians union here in the state of New Hampshire. And you know, as we all know, we've been going through some tough economic times, and none more affected than the construction industry. Since last September, we've experienced about, in the entire builder trades in the state of New Hampshire, almost 30% unemployment, and you know, that's well above the state of New Hampshire's 6 or 7% unemployment, and it's been tough, and we're looking for, you know, what I do is I try to work with business owners and contractors, and we try to find, you know, good work for our people that pay, you know, good wages and benefits, so people can take care of themselves and their family, you know, right here in the state of New Hampshire. And we're very excited about the possibilities of clean energy projects here in the state of New Hampshire. About 4 or 5 years ago, we here at the IBW, you know, we could see the need for new training in the different industries, and we had a place in Dover that had very limited training, so we moved up here to Concord, where we had the space, and we built a new training facility right out those doors over there. And I hope that once we're finished here, you'll all take a walk with me and see how we're training the future electricians in the state of New Hampshire. Through the state of New Hampshire, we acquired a train-the-trainer grant to the Job Training Fund, and we were able to purchase a 10,000 watt train-the-trainer solar or photovoltaic system, which I love to show off, and I want to show you guys. What's really interesting is we had limited knowledge on it. We are construction electricians, you know, general installation electricians, maintenance electricians, and what I did was I told my apprentices, I said, I want you guys to do the research on this photovoltaic system. I want you to find out what would best suit the needs here in our building, and, you know, do all the research, get the cost and the best prices we possibly can get, and put this package together. These kids were so excited about the advanced technology and photovoltaic system. We had scheduled school time, which they have to complete their apprenticeship program. These kids were staying here. They were coming nights when they weren't supposed to be here. They were doing all kinds of research. They actually, you know, fell in love with the idea of the new technology and the photovoltaic system, and it was just wonderful. And they came back with a product, and they sold it to me, and we ended up purchasing it, putting it on the roof. They come here with their family members. They bring people here all the time. They show them the system. They're explaining it. We sent a couple of them to an advanced photovoltaic school. They came back on their own time. They teach the members of my local about photovoltaics, and if we have a class, if I have a mandatory class here at the hall on say CPR or something like that, you know, I have to beg the members to come. My membership is knocking the doors down to get into our photovoltaic program. They want to learn. They know it's the future of the industry, and they want to be a part of it. We've been a part of the wind farm construction out at the Isles of Shoal, and also at Lemster Mountain. And these are good good jobs, geographically, you know, you have to build them right here in the United States. Each wind turbine has about 8,000 components to it, components that have to be manufactured. You know, when they talk about when you talk about good, you know, jobs for, you know, you have a hard time grasping when you try to imagine, well, you're going to have you're going to have a bunch of electricians out there, probably a couple iron workers setting this stuff, you know, setting this material up, or what and whatnot. All of these components have to be manufactured someplace. Every nut, every bolt, every piece of a wind turbine has to be manufactured somewhere by somebody, and you know, these are the jobs, and these are the manufacturing jobs that can come back to this country. And you know, I deal with people that probably don't go you know, to secondary schools. They come into apprenticeship programs. They like to work with their hands. They're mechanics. There are a lot of people like that. We interviewed over 50 people here last week. We usually have about 40 total that apply for our program. This year we had over 300 apply for our program, from all ages, from 18 to 40, or actually 18 to 50. We had people coming in, all walks of life. 90% of them, the first question we asked them is, what are you doing now? 90% of them were doing absolutely nothing. All right, so if one thing, you know, you realize is there's a need for industry. There's a need for new industry. I see the clean energy industry as something comparable to our own automotive industry. If we can get residential people producing power, you know, residentially at their own homes, that's a huge industry. Now, you know, a year ago when oil was, you know, through the roof, and you know, there was a lot of attention put on photovoltaics, and people were starting to ask questions about it, and you know, calling here, asking us questions about it, and wanting to see our program and all this. When the oil price goes down, so does the interest. So does the money that's going into the research and development for these technologies. And you know, I believe, I was a little younger then, but I believe that's exactly what happened back in the 70s and in the early 80s when there was a problem with the price of oil. We can't let that happen. We have to continue to put money into research and development for these materials. We have to get photovoltaic energy so that a residential person will buy it, so that it's not so expensive, so that there's a 20, 30, 40-year payoff. Because right now, only the rich people or the wealthy people, you know, that want to feel good about themselves are going to purchase those systems. You know, it doesn't take long for a plasma TV to go from $5,000 to $1,000, because there's a big industry for it, and people love to watch TV. You know, maybe we should put some pictures on the photovoltaic panels, you know, so people are interested. Yeah. But there's you know, right now in the state of New Hampshire, with the incentives for photovoltaic on residential, I know they just passed a $6,500 credit. We're getting there. We're getting there. But I have contractors out constantly trying to sell the product so we can put people to work installing these. We have the guys, they're ready to go. All of the building construction trades, the iron workers, the laborers, you know, they're all training, you know, for these installations. Contractors are buying cranes so that they can put up a 400-foot wind turbine. They want to be in the game. There's a lot of industry out there. There's a lot of work coming, and we're training the kids, and you to be a part of it. And I'll tell you what, they're excited about it. They want it so bad. They want to be a part of not only, being a part of cleaning up their, the air and clean energy, but it's a good way to make a living. And we're ready to go with them. So.